At 46, Manny Pacquiao is back in the ring, facing a younger, bigger challenger, and the stakes couldn't be higher. What's really driving this comeback, and can he still make history? Welcome to Boxonic, where we break down everything you need to know.
Manny Pacquiao at the age 46 is coming back. And look at this, man. He still got the speed and power combinations. He will be fighting Mario Barrios, a Mexican warrior.
Robert, what do you make of that face? How do you see the height difference? Is very visible, right?
It's insane, man.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Insane.
Be patient.
You know,
Sebastian,
I think it's gonna be a badass card, bro. Can't wait for this card.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great card. Great card. Insane card.
Manny's used to fighting bigger guys his entire career, but this time he's 46.
46, bro.
It's dangerous.
Can't help it, but wish him well, man. You know, he's a great person. Great person, great heart. But it's gonna be a good card.
Terence Crawford has officially joined Manny Pacquiao's training camp as the Filipino icon gears up to face Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title on July 19th. For many fans, this link-up between two of boxing's most respected champions feels like a dream crossover. These are two men who once could have gone head-to-head, now training side by side, trading wisdom and pushing each other before their own high-stakes fights. Pacquiao is hunting history in what could be his last big bout, while Crawford is moving up to super middleweight to take on pound-for-pound King Canelo Alvarez. Their paths are different, but their grind, hunger, and respect for the process are almost identical.
July 19th, what is going to happen?
July 19th is going to be a good fight between Mario Barrios. It's going to be a lot of action, and I'm sure, guaranteed that the fans will be happy.
Do you think he's ready for this fight, Manny? Because I just saw him out there and he was like, oh. I told him July 19th it's going to be like this times 10. You think so?
Definitely.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Pacquiao landed in Los Angeles earlier this month and got straight to work at the Wildcard Boxing Club with Freddie Roach, the trainer who's been by his side since 2001. It almost feels like time is looping. Pacquiao's back doing the same, old-school routines, sprinting up mountain roads at sunrise, crushing the mitts in the afternoons, and soaking up the energy from young fighters who pack the gym just to watch a legend at work.
I mean, it's kill or be killed. You know, I know, you know, like if he has been hurt at any point, you know, he's gonna be the same way. Like I said, you know, it's just my job, you know, just to work on everything. Me and my team have been, you know, training and drilling, you know, these last couple weeks, and you know, finish off these next 6, you know, as best as we can, you know, so I could go under come fight night and you know, still retain the title.
Now Crawford's in the mix too. The undefeated Omaha native is fully locked in as he preps for his September 13th showdown with Canelo Alvarez, a massive leap as he's jumping 2 full weight classes. While Pacquiao is trying to turn back the clock at age 46, Crawford's entering the riskiest chapter of his career at 37.
It's from God, and the fire, the determination, eagerness to train hard, to work hard. Even now, I'm enjoying working out hard, like running the mountain, working out in the afternoon, like amazing. You know, not all the fighters has this feelings. You know, this is favor, blessings from God, I believe, and the strength. Can you imagine?
They're both chasing something that feels just out of reach, and maybe that's what brought them together. They've been running together, breaking down film, swapping tips, and learning from each other's styles. There's a calm rhythm to it all. No egos, no spotlight stealing, just 2 elite fighters with mutual respect and an eagerness to learn. Crawford hasn't held back when it comes to backing Pacquiao. He thinks people are seriously sleeping on him, and he's been vocal about it. Mario Barrios is a great matchup for Manny Pacquiao, Crawford told Sporting News Australia. At this age, I see it as a 50-50 fight for Manny. Crawford knows exactly how tough it is to age in this sport, the split-second delay in reflexes, the toll every workout takes. But he also knows the danger of a legend like Pacquiao, who's found his fire again and still has that rare hunger that separates good fighters from the greats.
Condora went the first time, so I mean, you know, the card from start to finish, it's gonna be fireworks. But I think no doubt, you know, me and Pacquiao, you know, we're gonna gonna put the seal on it, and yeah, man, it's July 19th. You know, it's gonna be a phenomenal.
Barrios is 16 years younger. He's fresher, longer, and has stayed active while Pacquiao's been away from the spotlight. Since losing on points to Yordenis Ugas in 2021, Pacquiao only returned for a couple of exhibitions, one against DK, Yu, and another versus Rukia Anpo. Neither fight really answered the big question: how much does Pacquiao have left? But he's not trying to prove anything to critics. He's all in, training like it's 2008, grinding harder than expected, for a man nearing 50.
Manny Pacquiao getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, definitely has to do with money. 1, 2. I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, you know, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch.
This is like the Margarito fight, or the De La Hoya fight, Pacquiao told Fox Sports Australia, calling back to battles where he overcame size and reach disadvantages. He's taller than me, so I'm not going to take it easy. I have to train hard like I did before. The speed, the power, the stamina, everything. You know how I train. There's nothing about him that screams farewell tour. He's not here for a swan song. He's here to win, to become world champion. Again, and maybe even break the record he set in 2019 when he beat Keith Thurman at 40 to claim the WBA title.
When you saw the boxing, like, woo, woo.
The fight with speed is still there. Woo!
For Crawford, this partnership is about more than just showing support. It's about learning through full immersion. Pacquiao's never fought Canelo, but he's studied him closely and understands how elite Mexican fighters operate. The pressure, the body shots, the feints, the stance shifts mid-combo. When asked about Crawford's chances, Pacquiao didn't hesitate. My advice to Crawford is to focus on speed, the style, and also the strength. Simple words, but coming from Pacquiao, they hit different. That mix of speed and unpredictability is what made him a legend. Crawford already has elite timing and adaptability. What he's getting now is a masterclass in how to turn movement into a weapon.
Is there a part of you that feels like he's perfectly suited for you, though, as a fighter, to win?
To win, I think I'm faster than him. My movement, my speed is still there. Nothing lost. The speed, I can also develop it. So somebody knows that during my training. And
Pacquiao's camp has welcomed Crawford with quiet pride. Freddie Roach watches the chemistry grow and just smiles. For Roach, who once believed Pacquiao versus Crawford was destined to happen, it's surreal seeing them on the same team. But it's also practical. Ideas fly during workouts, and neither holds back in the technical conversations. Crawford's asking how Pacquiao stayed explosive late into fights. Pacquiao's curious about how Crawford finds those angles that seem to appear out of nowhere. It's a rare kind of openness, two champions in their prime elements, trading puzzle pieces neither has fully figured out yet.
Barrios, he gotta have the heart to do what Jake Paul was not willing to do. Jake Paul showed Mike Tyson way too much mercy. He had that old man standing in front of him and he should have knocked his head off. Barrios gotta go in there and just retire Pacquiao. Sometimes these old guys, they need the sport to retire them. And out of respect and out of love, Mario Barrios need to go in there and knock his head off, point blank, period. He's too old, and what fans don't understand is these legends, these pros, always gonna look good on the pad.
And both of them know just how heavy the moment is. For Crawford, the Canelo fight is legacy defining. It will do everything for my legacy and my career, he said. I'm looking forward to it. Anybody can get hurt. Anybody can get knocked out. There's no cockiness, just focus. He's not chasing a KO, but he's ready if it comes. He's studying, evolving, stacking layers. Watching Pacquiao grind it out. Running California hills before dawn. Laser focused in the gym. Crawford's learning more than tactics. He's witnessing a man give everything again. Not because he needs to, but because he still wants it.
Yeah, it's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and, you know, try his best. That's what Manny, one thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So, yeah, he's going to give it his all. Again, you can't beat Father Time, but Father Time it's hard, and it was very hard watching him fight.
Pacquiao's own thoughts on legacy are just as powerful. The fire, the drive, the joy and hard work, it's all still there. I'm still enjoying running the mountains, he says. Not every fighter has this feeling. This is a blessing. I've been through so many big fights in my career, and I'm still here. I'm back. That same fire that fueled his rise from poverty to superstardom is burning again. It's not just about titles anymore. It's about going out on his own terms. He talks about what it would mean to become world champion again, not to break records, but to give the fans one last surprise.
Being a kid from San Antonio, did you ever think you'd be fighting a legend like Manny Pacquiao?
Oh, never. Like, I mean, right? Like those are fights you think about in your head as like a dream scenario. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, like being a brown kid from San Antonio, now now facing Manny Pacquiao, defending my title, it's huge. It's huge.
And he knows Barrios is grinding too. I'm the challenger, so I know I have to go the extra mile and punish myself in training to win the fight. That's the goal. Pacquiao isn't underestimating him. He respects Barrios. This is the same fighter who gave Gervonta Davis a tough test before moving up. He's hungry. He wants to show beating Ugas wasn't luck. And now, with the WBC belt on the line, the biggest prize of Barrios' career, he won't let it go without a war.
You're 30, he's 46, hasn't fought in 4 years. Like, in your mind, how do you see the fight going? How are you going to beat Manny, or what do you see yourself doing to him?
Yeah, I know. I just had to use, all of that, like the, as busy as I've been in my career, the attributes I have, the skill set I have, the youth is on my side. So it's my job just to go in there, use all of that again, and just make sure, I still walk out holding that title.
Still, there's something different in the air around Pacquiao this time. Maybe it's the intensity of his training. Maybe it's the way he looks genuinely happy in the gym, even when he's drenched in sweat. Or maybe it's Crawford's presence. Another elite fighter who understands that greatness isn't something you hold on to forever. You have to fight for it, reinvent it, prove it all over again every time you lace up the gloves.
100% disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul Mike Tyson. This is an outrage. People should be up in arms about this fight. This is so disrespectful. Barrios loses this fight. He should quit boxing. You let Manny Pacquiao, an old dude who stopped boxing, and then you're his first fight back? You are disrespectful as a...
Even though Manny Pacquiao has brushed aside concerns about the size gap between him and Mario Barrios, those worries have only gotten louder. When they stood face to face at their first promotional event, the difference was impossible to ignore. Barrios, standing a full 6 feet tall, towered over the 5'5" Pacquiao. It was the kind of image that instantly raised alarm, not just with casual fans, but throughout the boxing world. Clips of the stare-down went viral, and the comments were flooded with doubt, concern, and disbelief at what the 46-year-old legend is stepping into.
Looking in tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, are you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it.
It wasn't just the height people noticed. It was the entire physical package. The reach, the size, the youth, the power. All of it pointed to Barrios having the edge. One viewer didn't hold back. This has to be a health risk. Barrios is younger, fresher, and way too big for Pacquiao. Another wrote, "Isn't anyone else nervous? For some weird reason, I feel like this great boxer might get hurt. Look how small he is next to Barrios." These weren't just trolls or casuals stirring the pot. Many were longtime Pacquiao fans, people who've backed him for decades. One even said, "This looks worse than I imagined," like a fighter standing next to his manager. Pac looks so small and old. Those reactions say a lot about the uneasy energy surrounding Pacquiao's comeback. There's admiration, yes, but also deep concern. "Okay, Pacquiao wants to fight," one commenter wrote, "but why not someone closer to his size? This just seems unnecessary at his age." Still, not everyone agrees that size will be the deciding factor. "Size won't matter," one fan argued. Barrios outpoints Pacquiao even if they were the same size. I'm a diehard Pac-Man fan, but this is tough to watch. That kind of conflicted love, where you root for someone but fear the worst, is exactly what's fueling the emotional storm around this fight.
You can't teach speed, you can't teach power. It's God, from God. That's it. People can work on speed their whole life. They're not going to be fast.
Pacquiao has dipped into the ring a couple of times since retiring, most recently in an exhibition last year where he looked noticeably slower against Japanese kickboxer Rukia Ampo. That's showing raised eyebrows, and the questions haven't faded. If anything, they've multiplied. Yet somehow the WBC has not only sanctioned the fight with Barrios, but also ranked Pacquiao as the number 5 welterweight contender. That alone shocked many in the boxing world, who didn't expect him to be dropped straight back into title contention after such a long time away.
Manny Pacquiao automatically gets to come out of retirement and fight Mario Barrios for his WBC. Because Manny Pacquiao is going to show up and do his job. Manny Pacquiao thinks about the fans before he thinks about this fight. The business side of boxing, what they're promoting, what they're selling, they know it's going to be 100% guaranteed of entertainment through Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao can outsell anyone.
Because at this stage, he's not just fighting for a belt. He's fighting for something deeper, a sense of purpose, the belief that even now he still belongs under boxing's brightest lights. Whether that belief can withstand the pressure of a taller, sharper, and far more active opponent, that's the question only Fight Night can answer. What do you think? Is Pacquiao chasing history or taking a dangerous step too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.